game gonna crash? Oh, hey, the game hasn't crashed yet. That's a good sign. Just making sure. It's crashed twice it's crashed twice in the past 2 days. I just want to make sure that we're not gonna crash a third time. These are important details. Okay, so we're back here.
This room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar.
I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. So what I'm hearing is that he didn't bother fucking cleaning up. But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
So, is your father alright, Susie? What happened? My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying that he'd fallen ill with a verified fever for some unknown reason.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn he'd be coming back so soon. Surprised, but happy. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That was all a trick. My father is in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that.
Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium. That is a mouthful and a half.
The International Forensics... That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh?
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course, I shall.
And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you-know-who. About Kazuma.
I know.
It's Lord.
I'll tell you all that I can.
It's Lord Voldemort. He's returned.
Da, da, da.
Sorry, I just popped into my head, but just hold on.
Wainosuke Naruto, the boy who lawyered up, come to lose. Objection! Anyway.
Oh god, I think we might be dealing with Andrew's crackhead shenanigans tonight.
Oh my god,
Oh no.
You're too sober for this?
No, I have a headache, man. I'm dying.
Okay, I'll tone it down.
For what it's
No,
worth,
it's
I'm not.
fine.
For what it's worth, I'm not completely sober right now.
Ah, nice. Is Kyle off tomorrow?
Nope.
Ah, well that's
That never
unfortunate.
stopped any of us.
Well, isn't that unfortunate?
Hello, I'm here now.
No.
Great work, because you have a line to read right now.
Oh, when I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial. Oh, yeah, for the murder of Jezebel Brett.
You dressed up as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Yeah, and she looked fucking great.
Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice.
Wow, amazing. I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno?
Yes, I, suppose so.
Ignore Bruno as he cleans up the nosebleed.
To play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris.
How fucking rude.
Well, I mean...
I've seen some grown-ass looking 10-year-olds, man.
Kemi, send me a photo. Send me a photo of Iris. I'll Photoshop a mustache on her.
What do you think I'm doing?
There. Wait, do you already have a picture?
I can find one. I have access to.
Oh, you have the access to the interwebs, right? There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mrs. Sato. What's Iris doing? She's just furiously drawing on a piece of paper right now. I'm very scared. I don't know what she's drawing. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Nutmeg's lodgings.
That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seemed Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in a report he submitted about his time in Britain.
I need to send this to you guys. Ah! Look at this photo that came through. Sorry.
Wait, what? Where are
Look at
you
this
sending
photo.
it?
I'm trying to find. There's
Where?
Ace Attorney memes.
Oh, it's an Ace Attorney memes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to send it to Ace Attorney
Sorry.
memes.
I will read this. I understand that when Father saw the report, he
That's adorable.
Yeah, I found it while I was looking for pictures of Iris.
What would that be then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course. Oh my god, I can't read today. At the study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But he refuses to tell me what it was. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself.
Ooh, Mr. Mystery. Side story.
And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Susie?
That's a very meaningful look Susato's giving Iris there. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jukoku have been invited. It was something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes, His Excellency, Judge Shishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. I can't English today. Last year, in the Supreme Court, you can't possibly have forgotten.
I don't even know who the name of the judge is in the current court, Susato. You expect me to try to figure out that? Oh no! Wait, hold on. Sorry. My train of thought's been lost for a second. Iris just handed me a picture of something.
That was not me.
No, that's what I mean. Iris just handed me a picture of something.
Please say you're putting it up on the street.
Iris, what is this?
That was my quickest Photoshop that I could do, but it's still pretty good.
Wait, what? Hey.
Hold on.
Look at Ace Attorney memes, Kyle.
Give me a second. Everyone will see it shortly on the stream.
Okay, that's funny.
It was such a quick Photoshop, but it was the best I could do.
I really wish I could rotate. Wait, come on. Can I just flip this 180? Oh, I can. Okay, we're gonna. We're running out of space, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave her in the corner there for a moment. No. Okay. Here's what we'll do.
No, put her up in the. Oh, she's upside down.
No, I know that was the point, but let's just leave her there in the corner for a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Anyway. Wait, hold on. Hold on,
You
hold
have
on.
to you have to put that one right beside it too. Just saying.
Hold on.
She could pass as like a dude. I think that she could do it.
Ah, wait, hold on. I have.
No 10-year-old is going to have a mustache.
Let Iris let Iris have her mustache.
All right. I'm sorry, Phoenix. Doge Phoenix, you have to be replaced for a bit. There you go.
No, not Doge Phoenix.
He will be back.
He will return. Oh my god, we're playing a game.
I'm honestly shocked you kept
Oh,
my
no.
Doge
Oh.
Phoenix and Doge Edge for the
Oh no, there's another one. Hold on. I like that one. Oh no. Okay, I actually like that one a bit better. Let's just hold on.
Wait, there's another one?
It's the one I said.
That one is nice. There
Like
you
I
go.
said, mine was a very quick Photoshop.
Oh, we're starting some shit tonight.
All right. There you go.
Oh my god.
I wish I could rotate these images sideways. Wait, hold on. That's Mr. Natsue's mustache.
Is it?
Look, get his character profile. Look at his mustache. It's so similar.
Anyway, that terrible trial of yours where you were accused of murder.
Ah, yes, I tried to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Yeah.
Well, it was Judge Jikoku who presided over that trial.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face in my life.
Oh, well, anyway, as father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going on ahead.
Yes, about the symposium. It seems the Lord Strongheart has put an awful lot of work into make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
The most senior position in the British justice system.
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikitaba know Lord Strongheart personally then? I wonder. Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech about this very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
To live? Oh my god.
How trying for you.
Leo Brett, the woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongfully accused of a crime I didn't commit. Yeah. Yes, Jezaleel Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Jezaleel Brett didn't actually exist.
Didn't exist? But how can that be?
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin, and she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
A front? Who on earth was she then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all... I just got the name pun saying it out loud.
You
Miss
ju-
Asian.
You just got it?
Miss
Saying it out
Asian.
loud, I did.
Miss Asian.
I read it and I was like, oh, Okay. And then
Miss
like,
Shin and then
playing it-
A Shin. I'm like, ah, nah, that makes sense.
yeah, like playing it, I was just reading through, so it didn't click in my mind. But saying it out loud, I'm like, God damn it, Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Miss Aishin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the women have been up to?
I'm afraid I don't really know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
And now she's been killed. All the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
Ah, Asian. she she clearly sounded Asian to me. And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Ah, I wonder. Anyway, so
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
mm, damn it, Kyle.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. Oh dear God, what got posted now?
I'm sorry, I had to.
My God.
Jesus, Kyle. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Cosmo-sama.
And what did you learn? What did you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been?
Everyone.
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Man, this is some freaking GTA 5 bullshit right here. Faking your own death and then moving on somewhere else. I swear. They did this in Grand Theft Auto. They did. They killed Michael Townley's friend and they covered up his death and he became Michael DeSanta. And then we find out through the story. What the fuck? So don't tell me they're playing that shit again, because burying an empty grave, his body mysteriously going missing. Yeah, those are just those are
Y'all,
pointing full
y'all,
fucking
it's Molly
fingers
Mock.
towards that.
It's Molly Mock all over.
Oh, I said Jason Todd.
Oh, it's also Jason Todd too.
How many characters can we name that have faked their death?
did Professor Mikutoba know about this?
Well, technically, Jason Todd didn't fake his death. He did actually die, but he was resurrected. But like,
Yeah,
count?
someone still faked his death for him.
True.
Like,
Yes.
It was still temporary.
Yes, it was. Yes, it seems that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. What is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? The Kazuma mystery. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Burial were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much.
How do you think it makes me feel? The guy's been dead for the first half of the game, thinking like, oh, we're having another Mia Fey, and then now you're bringing up this possibility that he could be alive. When did Mia Fey ever come back? No, I'm kidding. She did
I
come
mean,
back.
she has.
She technically has, yes, but we're not at that point of the era yet.
I mean, she's come back in her
Oh,
sisters and her little cousin's body, so I mean, she's technically come
oh
back.
no. Do I make some really rude?
I don't know,
Do
what
it.
is it?
You'll see if I can find the image.
No.
Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruto. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
You're right. So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Shlomes had lied to us.
But there's no reason why he possibly would have done such a thing.
I suppose that's true, yes.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true,
Okay.
then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again.
Oh no, I found the image.
I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh, Mrs. Sato. I know she's given the thought that it deserves. It's Suzato-san we're talking about after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now. Okay. Oh, okay. We're just chatting here. What's up?
Yes!
He's like, what's up?
She's just chilling.
She's having the best time of her life right now.
She's just chilling, man.
Cammy,
Oh, sorry. It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Schlims forbade you from publishing it and put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Ooh.
Pretty sus.
You wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it.
yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
Yes.
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris.
Everything's coming out now. Jeez.
It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixated to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hounds of the Baskervilles."
What?
My Baskerville story?
Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Suzato, what are you doing?
Oh, Father!
Did you look at those papers?
No! No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand? But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville, the the title just slipped out. I would have never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholm's exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I have no doubt that Father has very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
I am in love with Iris. I fucking love her.
Yeah, Iris is pretty great.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I'm committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxworks Museum at Well.
So you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mrs. Otto. I'd expect nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts, by the sound of it. Well known in the field of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well, yes! He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really need to go find the man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police. Or a great detective.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got it on, won't you?
No! Iris, don't go!
God. I feel like I need to apologize for the sin I am in the process of committing.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm also in the process of committing cardinal sin, so...
We'll see if it's as bad as mine.
I mean,
yeah.
I have Ace Attorney Smut on my phone if you want it.
Y'all coming up with this weird ass shit, and I'm just like, I'm just playing the game, man.
I mean, I don't think I'm that bad, but I'm also not gonna complain.
That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong, and the memes. Well, you know the drill. Where are we going
It feels
first?
so weird doing Susato again. It's been so long since we've seen her.
Oh, actually, what did she have to say? Just when I left. Yeah, prison. I don't. I like how it's interesting that she's very polite compared to Iris in her comments. She's like, "Do you know? I don't believe we've visited this place for some time. Like, I don't believe we have any business that require a visit here at the moment." Iris would just say, "We don't need to. We don't need to get. We don't need to go here.
We don't need to be here. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be a good idea to tell me where the fuck we should go. Well, I guess we might as well start at the experimentation stage.
I'm putting way too much effort into this.
Oh, doggy!
My girl! Here, Cammy, you can take over Susato for a bit.
Okay, you're gonna take Gina?
Yeah.
Okay. good because I can't do the Cockney.
Oh, okay.
have
Sorry.
no idea
I
what's
need to
gonna
get
happen
into the
though.
Cockney, but I can do it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to turn this on again for a sec. I just need to quickly blow my nose, and I don't want to stop. So.
Stop the stream long enough to blow your nose.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
Feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds to this point.
Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Mood right, okay.
Gosh, I do wish I lived there.
There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. Oh, it's Gregson!
Hey.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're
thought
hard
you'd
at
be
work as
Gina.
usual.
Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met.
What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning.
Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side. Oh.
Okay.
Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you.
Sorry to interrupt for a second. Just a warning, I couldn't quite edit this completely the way I wanted to.
Oh no.
Dear.
You'll understand why when
Can you
see
wait
it.
until Andrew comes back? Because we gotta read through this.
All right. Shit. Fine.
Right, well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina.
But doggy!
Oh, look at him.
She seems to be busy playing with a puppy, probably giving it a traditional East End training.
Kimmy.
Gina,
Also, Andrew's
she's
back.
a police officer now.
Oh, perfect.
Amazing, isn't it?
Behold sin.
She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I honestly cannot believe I even still remember this comic, but
I mean, read it out in actual. It's you. It's really you. Yes, Renosuke. I've missed you too. No, it's cool. It's not like I'm here or anything. Nope, just not Shun. Oh God, Kazuma, I've missed you so much, Kazuma. Hey, no, Renosuke, boobs. I've got boobs now. Excuse me, but we're trying to have a moment here. That's funny. That's really funny.
so yeah, I wasn't joking when I said sin.
I love it. I love it.
Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps, honestly.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London. Oh no, really?
That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Well, where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Take care of me for you. Just lock her in. My uncle's trying to drag me somewhere and I don't know where. Just lock her in. Okay, I'm just letting you know she's gonna be in here because Phoenix trying to drag her.
Haha, not likely, but you're welcome to try if you don't mind the trip to France, that is. To France? I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France? It's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there? That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted.
Having fun, Andrew.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was interrupting me so she could be like,
No, that's why. That's why I kind of.
and I'm like, what?
No, that's fine. That's why. That's why I stepped in.
Anyway, I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
Well, I can't leave her in London. This would become a fair enough.
I suppose she's worried. She slipped back into her slipping hands into people's pockets and purses.
I think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. That's the play on the inspector's mind too, isn't it?
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me?
No, of course not.
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until this is all over, at least.
Wait, did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
Lamau. So you heard that, did you? Right, well... Any questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective diva here.
Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Lestrade's in charge here now.
I don't know if in charge is the right word, but okay.
I suppose I'd better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you? Oh,
Isn't he great?
his name is
Name?
Toby.
I fucking love Toby. He's so great.
Oh, how delightful! He's absolutely adorable.
Yes, the dog seems lovely, but it's not but it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing in my mind, to be honest. Has Gina not mentioned anything about the fact that Susie's here? Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's all right then, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume? I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind.
Sorry, you can't go up there, Zeus.
Oh! It's like I told Otto yesterday.
Oh, hey!
Oh. I can't read! I don't even know what my brain was doing. I'll just go back to making this awful meme.
It's like I told Otto yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that brick. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it.
The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you're thinking of?
That's the one. That's why the laws are only allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah. My god, Gina.
But isn't it the case that this special dispensation has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something?
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps?
That's the one, yeah. Apparently, he's always watching the time or something.
So without Lord Strongheart's express permission, we can't investigate on the stage.
It was great, weren't it? I had a rat laugh. It was a new one on me that, you know, being in court and not spend the whole time worrying, I'm about to be found out.
You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all of your previous court appearances, didn't you?
Yeah, and Otto's made things hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually.
Actually, I just realized that first day trial, we didn't even have a summonation examination that time.
No.
I just realized, huh? Well,
It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix.
The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruto's client.
yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't though.
It's the boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to do the impossible.
What do you mean?
He's supposed to arrest the other cop, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all? You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Drubber, you mean? And Notch Drubber?
That's the one, yeah.
I swear to God. So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be.
It's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving him a gut ache.
Maybe it's overthink. Oh dear. But I do wonder if it's actually from all the fried food.
That's literally what Kevin just said.
That's why I said fish, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah. So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Arnox Drubber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got two eyes what don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry? Who?
You know, that scowling reaper who was always glugging down glasses of the blood red plunk. Oh, that was a sentence, Gina.
The fuck was that? That was barely English.
She's Cockney. That scowling reaper what's always glugging down glasses of that blood red plonk, aka the wine.
This hallowed chalice.
It's hallowed.
Oh
He's
no.
always at it in me. He's always at it in for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scowling about, man.
Oh God.
Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be in the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chimp-guzzling detective and a chalice-glucking demigod, you're equally bad off with both.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Rhinosuke, what the fuck?
Damn.
Anyway, the point is everyone at the yard's dead set on finding a fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drubber at all? Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi! Don't be so flaming rude, Otto.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mud, alright. Toby's... how did they put it? Oh yeah! A bona fide detective.
Sorry.
Bona fide detective. I've given him the proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
I'm big.
Of course, look at him.
Yeah, exactly. I trust that man to protect my city. Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruit dogs now?
I heard that they are already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have such a wonderful sense of smell, after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. I can tell the undergarments have been freshly laundered from the undergarments that haven't.
Why would you know that?
That's nothing compared to this little fella, Otto.
Why are you
Oh,
such a
really?
dog? It's a regular thing to say.
According to what the boss said, once Toby here got a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What?
I'm
To,
slipping
to the other side of the world?
water.
You mean you can swim?
Susato,
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by rather a wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill.
You can swim.
I'm telling you, Otto, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for police in future.
That is true.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, one of these days they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around.
Oh dear, sorry Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby is Britain's first police dog. I found him down in the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the street.
Oh,
There you go. I knew she lifted him off from somewhere.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Toby has the same scarf Gina does?
I know
Yeah.
they match. It's so cute. Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Oh, why'd you put Toby down? I want to talk to Toby some more. All right. Well, what
This
else?
is no longer the Ace Attorney stream. This is the Toby only stream.
Toby only stream.
It's just another hour of staring at Toby.
Pet the Toby, hold the Toby, stroke the Toby, give Toby all of your life possessions.
Oh no.
Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned.
Sorry.
Yes, and that's what's left of the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident.
Poor Professor Hairbrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this.
Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Ha 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 ha. Ouch. I'm a bad person. No!
Wait, I need
No! No! What did you do to her?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? What did Cammy send?
No! What did you do?
Hold on,
Please
I need to. I need
Ted.
to.
Save that.
That's
Please.
hilarious, Cammy. That is so funny. Hold on, I just want to send this to response to that Naruhodo.
There you go.
That
Picture has been
joke.
updated.
How I reacted to that.
Those are all bad ideas, and you should feel bad. All feel bad. Yep. Yep.
Hey, that's off limits. Try to sneak past me again, and I'll stuff your gob full of the boss's fish or chips.
Yes, please. I love fish and chips. I suppose we need special permission. Oh, no shit. All right. Fine. Oh, who's that? Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
her. I've never seen her before.
Queen.
Ah, the young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh, you mean because of Professor Harebrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation. Words.
Words, English, must.
Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, isn't it?
Honestly, though, literally me and Greek.
Ooh, who's
Classmate.
she?
Do you want her, Cammy?
For the one line that she appeared. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Who was that?
That was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner.
Ah!
Why is this iPad just all cursed art? What is
Oh
this?
no. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see, about Mr. Esmond.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Ah, right.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore.
I will be right back. I want to grab some ice cream, so I'll be right back.
What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you've mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world.
Who does that remind me of?
For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell.
Oh.
I intend to see to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotaba...
It's Nothing working. There it goes.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, I'm back, Emmy.
Where
I
were
mean-
you last line?
I was grabbing ice cream, I told y'all.
Bruh.
Did I not say I will be right back? I'm grabbing ice cream?
Yeah, but you didn't announce that you were back. Like,
I did.
No, she did. She did. She did. I heard it. Yeah, I did
I
hear
did.
it.
I announced that I was back.
Yeah, she already said it. So
What the hell?
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive. He will arrive at the beginning of next month.
are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikatoba, I mean.
It was many years ago now, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikatoba well.
Ooh, you do know Dr. Mikatoba.
Ooh. If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago, in fact.
Mikatoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge.
Oh, more mysteries.
We're getting some questions answered and some new questions.
Yes.
The punctilious... What?
The punctilicious,
Punctiliousness?
the punctiliousness, and the yeah,
Hold
punctiliousness.
on.
Punctiliousness?
No, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
What
on.
the fuck is that word?
Hold on.
It's punctiliousness.
Okay then.
Here. Hold on. Can I actually?
It's punctiliousness. That is a word.
Yeah, is that ever a word?
Here.
It means showing
Punctiliousness.
detail
Oh.
or correct.
Punctiliousness.
There's your answer.
Punctiliousness. Punctiliousness.
There you go. Thank you, Cambridge Dictionary.
Punctiliousness.
Punctiliousness. There you go.
So that word died for a reason. Alright. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were.
Dr. Mikatoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Sinners. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikatoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newborn daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why? Well, clearly something was going on at the time. That's what I want to know now, Suzata. What the fuck's going on? But anyway, I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that it?
You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered. It was just after Jan Barok had graduated from the University of London and became a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Barok Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word.
So Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother.
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Interesting stuff that we learned. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We would like your permission to examine the remains, if possible.
Are you well versed in science, then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensics experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too. I choked on my ice cream.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you were so busy, my lord.
I have important... Excuse me. I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand.
He just walked away. Where to? Stage or laboratory?
Up to you.
Let's go see the laboratory.
I love her lab so much.
I believe this is it. Dr. Scythe's laboratory. The chemical smell really assaults the nose. And there's plenty to assault on the eyes here too.
It looks as though the doctor's in here. But we're here now, so we might as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Mrs. Otto. We could just have a little look around. Being careful not to upset any restless souls. Oh, there's not even any music. What the fuck?
I suppose this is Dr. Scythe's desk.
Ugh, I would not like to work in a place like this.
It's very tidy though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she must work.
The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves.
Well, yes, those are valid concerns, I suppose.
I can just cope with a one-eyed Daruma doll watching over me, but that's all. Speaking of skeleton, look at this! What a magnificent display case! The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen. The intricate carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers really are very skilled, aren't they?
Do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruhodo?
Mrs. Otto, can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope.
I'll be sure to remember that from now on.
What's up here? Oh, it's an owl.
Like an owl and a crow up there.
I know. They haven't even twitched since we came in here.
Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ugh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself they're just sleeping with their eyes open.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think perhaps you were wise to put something like your Daruma doll on display in the office instead.
Look at all the bottles of shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals.
Those ones are here are labeled highly toxic.
Ugh, that's
Sorry,
worrying.
I just
Because
had a
the
total brain fart.
ugh, that's worrying because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there.
I mean, I just put salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometimes.
Life goes on even when you're surrounded by death. Oh, I mean, are we gonna look at the obvious? A table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing?
It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this
Acrid.
acrid odor?
Acrid, yeah,
Acrid
sorry.
odor. Is it acrid?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it's
thought it was
acrid, sorry.
acrid. I think
Yeah.
it is acrid.
It's acrid.
This acrid odor of chemicals in the air.
You'd either have a cast iron constitution or a really terrible sense of smell. What else? Oh. Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around the inside them. I suppose they're fruit liquors or something. Or like the pickled umeboshi plums we make back home.
Father had jars like that in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in a preserving solution, probably as examples of some rare medical conditions.
Mrs. Otto, there are some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever!
Oh!
So as I said, I'm sure their fruit liquors are in umeboshi, aren't they?
Of course.
Anything else to look at? Well, I'm still poking it here. Oh, book. Look at this big, thick book here.
That appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh,
What is it?
it's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... Well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened too.
It does seem a bit strange, you're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using all of them for? Oh, are we done searching? Or is she arriving? Ah!
There you
Ooh.
go, Cammy.
Sorry! We had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so
acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want?
Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Or Mr. Asmund's body, I mean.
So we came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice.
Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given you his consent, with our investigation review. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Audi Asmund, who disappeared from the experimentation stage of an explosion, and the Mr. Asmund who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion.
But that can't be right.
If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out.
Let's see, if two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear if one single person had switched places, couldn't they?
Very true, but sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident.
Ah, fingerprints.
They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system. But one day, they will be used in an investigative aid as a matter of course.
Yes, they will.
Hey, but that would mean that instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us?
My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions.
Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared up anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. The fuck are you wearing? Wait, no! Oh.
I love her.
Ah! Where did she spring up from? And did she just call the doctor Mama?
This is a lawyer, dear.
Oh,
Hello. To meet you? Pleased to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. Renosuke Naruto.
Mama,
Yes.
can I cut this one up?
What?
I've never seen this type of person before. I want to know what it looks like.
Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see.
Boring.
Agreed.
I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear, Mr. Naruto, you're as pale as a corpse.
Then let's leave before I'm mistaken for one. Well, we might as well go back here.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Nope.
Oi, that's off limits up there. Try to sneak past me again, and I'll stuff your gob full of the boss's fish and chips.
Yes, please, I love fish and chips. I suppose we need special, but we already got special permission! Hold on, do I have something to present? No, I don't have permission. So wait, how am I supposed to get up there? The stage up there is where the experiment was set up. It's very high, isn't it?
meters if you prefer. Craning your neck to see up to it starts to hurt after a while, doesn't it?
Yes, we need to get up there and look around properly. Although, if I'm honest, climbing all those stairs makes my chest hurt.
Oh dear, I think perhaps you should you should exercise more, Mr. Naruhodo.
The gym, bro.
Hit the gym,
Bro,
Naruhodo.
do you even lift?
Do you even lift, bro?
I don't think we got permission to go up there. Oh, no. Okay, let's go see, someone's in the suite for a sec. Nope, no one's here. Got it. Wait, no, hold on. Susie might be here. Or, Iris might be here. Nope, she's not here. Okay. Well, we might as well go to prison.
Going to jail, bitches.
The fucking writing, dude! Oh, what's he doing?
Oh my, the whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations.
And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt. Oh, Mr. Naruto. Who's this young lady?
My name is Susato Hikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner. None of this would have happened.
Oh no.
No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh,
Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you, but I would in court this morning. Oh, no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair, it all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot.
Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell?
Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand on hand. Oh, is it some kind of new hypothesis? Something to surpass the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? Ah, no, actually, this is my autobiography. Here.
Your autobiography?
How I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. I found I could represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations.
I feel like diddled and fiddled is not really a good title.
Well, cut him some slack.
Poor man. Who diddled this poor man? Who did him dirty?
Who
Yeah.
diddled?
Who diddled this fiddle?
Who diddled and who fiddled?
Who diddled? Really?
I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see. So it's going to be a new serial publication for the next month, part 1, an odd birth and odd upbringing. You can't beat that man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, do you mind if we talk a little more about the case? Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled, by the pair of them. By Asmund, and by the aloof engineer Jumper.
Oh,
We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we?
Professor Hairbrain, is there something you need to tell us? This is a safe space.
Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Aspen, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even my freaking voice has changed. I'm so sorry it's come to this. There is literally no other way, Mr. Professor Hairbrain. I had to tell you to stop doing that damn voice. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, it was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public.
No, of course you didn't.
But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong! Logically, it makes no difference if you're aware of it or not. Ignorance is the poor excuse. The blame still lies with me.
Oh, Professor.
He believed in me this morning, you know. Barak did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case. No, Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? I think I understand now. Why it was he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean. After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. I feel like I dealt with some kind of fish. I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there. You probably did, Renosuke. You probably did.
I know it's scary.
So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barak, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis as a complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Exactly. Which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barak insisted I was a proper man of science from start to finish. You think that's why he... I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he?
Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it. And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? That's a good question, Renosuke. I don't know either. Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start? I'm sorry to say that does seem likely. Yes. When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic. But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems. I still can't believe it.
She was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually.
But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. Also, Susato, where are you pulling that book from?
I have my ways. Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, Mr. Naruhodo.
You know what I said earlier about deception, Mrs. Otto? I'm feeling very deceived right now. Why, Kyle? Why?
Susato, take down.
Why, Kyle? Why would you do this? Oh, God, no. That's so cursed. Oh my God.
Why is that so cursed? Why is that beautiful? Why
Why
I
is
love
that-
it? Why is that cursed and why do I love it?
All young scientists are
Roll tonight.
all young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe. It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer.
Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Is he an engineer or a magician or a swindler? It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Drebber to meet me in my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss the details about the kinesis machine. But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist. Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man was a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation. I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable.
Wait, what's the file name?
The file name is just called New Hat.
Oh no.
Fucking sending me, bro.
God damn.
God damn it, Kyle.
Did you see the one from
Right.
the comic I edited?
What was the comic called?
I really hope someone else knows this site.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Welcome to Ace Attorney Night with all of us. This is what happens, y'all.
I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty much.
We have our calm moment, and then the doppelgangers, maybe. Oh my god.
There's certain days where all of us
Oh,
are
Rick's
calm
had to
as
rename it.
there's certain days where all of us are calm as hell, or we are the most chaotic people you have ever met. There is no in between.
Yep,
So much
pretty much.
dedication for my head not to hurt just to be here. So we're doing
Pretty
great.
much.
We in here for the vibes.
We just vibing. Eros is here. I'm also just sitting in a dark room. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. I'll grab her. Give my camera a second, please. This poor dog.
Little Miss Eros. The
This
bean.
poor dog.
Aw.
We love her anyway.
She was literally napping, and I'm just like, come here, bitch. You stink. Why do you smell?
Bath time for Eros.
Yeah, you know what that means. Oh my god, her face just looks like a void. Wow.
Bath time for Eros.
Yeah, she's been needing a bath for a couple of days. Okay, I'll let you out. You need to move though. There you go. Enjoy freedom. Anyway,
Oh, sorry. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts?
I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine. Nothing else. Although, just once. I did visit his workshop. What workshop? Trevor's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Why didn't you mention this before? And knocked at Trevor's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. So you've been to Trevor's place of work then? Yes, just once you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct a kinesis machine, you see. Where can we find it? We have to get there at once. There's a good chance we'll find Trevor in there. Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry. I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then. The place was incredible, the pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best, a special French machine. Oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Ah, the inscrutable scent of the imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formula and use that instead. What do you think, Mrs. Otto? A new machine for your next birthday?
I never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example.
The man was very clearly cautious, Mr. Ah! Yes, I do. He gave me his business card once. It's right here. Look. What?
Let me see that.
Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you?
Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address.
No? Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Oh, no shit right now, Ske. What? Let's have a look at it, shall we? This dark smudge here.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Harebrained mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was a specially imported, very high-quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain.
Yeah, that's right, but more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Don't worry, I expect that just because there's such a tiny amount on here.
Sorry, I'll be back in just a second.
Well, thanks, Mr. Harebrained. You are of no help here.
Of course he wasn't.
Alright, where are we gonna go next? We're gonna go back to the... Is she still here?
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no signs of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll have to come back again later. Are you sure about that, Mr. Maybe you are right. Wait, was that boot always there?
I actually don't know.
Well, it doesn't look like anyone's here. About this, Gina.
Yeah, still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble. Oh, Gina. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the car that's important. I'll come. There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It's a dirty old smudge, Ryan Newski. It turns out this is a very high quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say. Let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing.
No, no, no. We didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right. Yeah, me and Toby.
No, no. His sense of smell is so good. He can track people over the oceans, can't he?
Professor Harebrayne informs us that the oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. I love Toby so much.
I think he's picked up a scent.
I love that dog. So you mean he follows the scent of his oil? Toby could lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop. That's right, that's exactly what we're hoping. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
What? Wait, when did you... what's a pickpocket?
If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week.
I don't think that's how that works, Gina.
Gina, I'm sure they'll be promoted.
Oh, poor Gregson. Gino, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright it is then. Is it? Sorry.
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby. I think we already went through this line of dialogue.
I think we did too.
There you go.
Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh? You what? You've met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. He waited for 3 hours at the gov's office and came back sniveling.
Tragic.
Here, Cammy, you can take Susato. I'm speaking with myself.
Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene, as long as we touch nothing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life.
Don't threaten us with Gregson, Gina. What the hell?
So, you're still saying this is above board, are ya?
I'm
Cammy!
sure everything will be fine. I was thinking about how Lord Strongheart would, if he would even remember if he'd given you permission for that or not. I wasn't even paying attention to the slide. I was thinking about Lord Strongheart.
Of course you were.
He's dumb.
He is
I
dumb.
was like, would he even remember he said yes? Or is it The Simpsons in my childhood all over again? Anyway, I'm sure everything will be fine.
That really would be tragic.
Alright then, them the stairs. Off you go.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Right then, Otto, leave it to me.
Sorry?
We're gonna go we're gonna get going after that dodgy engineer cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets it in the neck. It'll be the boss.
Poor Gregson. Again.
Goddamn. This poor dude.
Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have ya? Come on then, boy. See you later. I love Gina so goddamn much.
Do hope the scent of that oil leads them to that swindler's workshop.
Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Oh yeah, he does have a point. Alright, with that, I'm cutting it here.
Fair enough,
Well-
fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair
Right
enough.
on.
Anyway, yeah, that's it tonight. Thanks for watching.
Well, my.
Bye.
Bye.